This is Josh for WashingtonHotlist.com. The latest fundraising results have come in the last couple days. And once again, Mr. Campaign Finance Reform from a few years ago, John McCain, who was lagging so far behind in his fundraising, has basically reshuffled his entire staff. He's starting all over, fired a ton of people because he doesn't raise enough money. So how interesting that this guy ran against the influence of donations in politics. And you'd think, well, if someone ran against it, that he should be making less fundraising less and having less donations. Well, apparently not. He needs that money to run. His campaign finance reform law, McCain Fails, has done absolutely nothing but brought in more money. I mean, Obama raised $32.5 million, which is insane for a quarter, and that's a new record. How is it possible that we're raising more money than ever when we put in campaign finance reform laws? So for McCain, he should have less money coming in. Now he became below expectations, and he fired a lot of people, and he's going to have to explain, well, why I really need more money. Well, if you needed so much money, why did you run on that in the first place? Campaign finance reform is going nowhere in this country, and John McCain's campaign is going nowhere either. I mean, what do you expect when you attach yourself so closely to the president whose policy has failed so miserably and whose popularity is sunk? So that's what happens. If you attach yourself to things that people aren't against, no one's going to support you, no one's going to donate money, and you know what? I'm glad no one's donating money because you'd be an awful president. Anyone that calls Pat Robertson an agent of intolerance and then jumps in bed with him just so he can raise more money and gain some, favor with the people that you are running against, talk about strange bedfellows, have a lack of principles. It's a shame that someone that went to Vietnam and fought for his country and was stuck in the Hanoi Hilton for years and tortured is just turned into such a desperate power grabber. Just another one of many. We call Hillary Clinton a desperate power grabber, Al Gore, and now John McCain is just desperate. He has got no principles. The campaign's going nowhere, and I, for one, am glad. Do not even think about giving $1 to John McCain. He stands for nothing. All he stands is for getting more power. So let's watch him reshuffle the deck, get some new people in there, and then explain away why he wasn't able to raise money when people in the mainstream media can't turn around and say, well, isn't that a vindication of your policy, the fact that you ran against campaign finance reform? Shouldn't you be celebrating the fact that you didn't raise $32 million like Obama? And how is it possible that he raised so much money when you put in restrictions so that wouldn't even happen in the first place? McCain is a failure as a senator, and he's a failure as a presidential candidate. This is Josh for WashingtonHotlist.com.